Good morning, team. Good morning, team. Just making sure we're all we're connected, ready to go. Nothing like doing the double and triple checks to make sure we're in focus. Oh, yeah, there it is. I think it may be a little bit more. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Nice. Right. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome once again. Oh, right. We'll wait till we get a few more peeps come into the day. I was going to say we've got a varying amount of times as we normally do at this session. 5 a.m. here. I couldn't imagine we'll get too many Aussies turn up. Must be about 3 o'clock in the morning still there. But it's great because hopefully we bring in some of our UK, Europe viewers, but also I think America. You guys are anywhere from 9 o'clock till lunchtime, maybe even earlier, later, pass. I do have a world clock on my phone, but currently not on that. Okay. Otherwise, yep, just welcome anyway. Got another workout for you today. We're just going to do a pretty medium rate workout. Okay. I love my 8-minute pieces. I think they're amazing. So good. Love them. Easy just because every 2 minutes is something happening. And I reckon 2 minutes is a really good spot to be able to find enough rhythm, then make a change, okay, and get some really good benefit out of it. A minute I find goes too quick if we do sort of minute changes. But that sort of 2 minutes, 4 minutes there, love it, okay? Hence why today's 4 8-minute pieces, okay? 60 seconds rest in between. So I feel like we've got enough rest because we're sort of in the medium, sort of low to medium rate range, okay? 20, 22, 24. So 22 and 24 are sort of our middle numbers today, okay? So that's where we'll be doing the bulk of the work is 20 to 22 and 24. So we'll do a little bit at 20 to start, but it's sort of going to be in that sort of low to medium rate range is what I call sort of 24, 26, 28 starting to get up there. Okay, so I thought it'd be quite nice because then 22 means we've actually just got to be a little bit more free. 24, we're starting to get up into that almost 1-to-1 ratio, just about. 26 we will definitely. And so it just really gives us a chance to try and feel what happens with our hands, get the control forward, okay? We don't want to have like control forward where our hands are too fast off the back, okay? We don't want to be really quick here and then slowing into the front. Vice versa, being too slow here and then zipping into the catch. We want to just make sure that we've really got the handle in our fingers, in our hands, and really feeling this chain take us forward. Okay, I can't harp on about it enough because as you go through, as you start to do like longer pieces, if you want to go, hey, I'd love to see how fast I can go for 10K, you've got to be efficient, okay? And you've got to let this machine do some work for us. And it's always about making sure that when we're not working the drive, we're trying to be as relaxed as we can on the recovery because every 20, 30 watts we use in tension in our arms or our face or our legs or whatever, trying to pull ourselves forward or get forward, that type of thing. If you add that up over a row and you go, geez, I just wasted like 2,000 watts, you go, well, it's about 20 strokes, which is probably, I could have gone like an extra 100 meters, and that's basically the key. Okay, it's trying to be as efficient as we can while we're trying to train, and I'll always say try and do a reasonably good technique for ourselves, which is going to enable us to get good speed on the screen. Okay, simple as that. So that's about it for the workout today. I'm going to continue drinking my coffee, my lovely Nespresso, and then we can lock and load, and we can get into it. Okay, I'll just see if we've got any afternoon. We've got a lot of people here. It's good, cool. Just watching for any tips. Still feeling a bit rough from your COVID vaccine. Okay, Vic. Yeah, that is one thing too, people. Look after yourselves. If you're not feeling great, I will say I've done a lot of building in the last couple of days. So out in my garden, so my back is a little bit tight. So it means I'm going to do a little bit of warm up, make sure we're all good to go. Yeah, sometimes she does get a bit stiff. We all know the feeling. Oh, we'll leave that there. We'll put that here. Okay. And we're going to get ready to rock and roll. Okay. Yep, that's on my thing. So let's just row. Let's just get warmed up, ready to go. Don't need to take too long. We'll do 3 or 4 minutes. I think will be about fine. Remember, when you're doing your warm-ups, it's always that good chance to do the exercises that you might be trying for, like whatever you're doing. So if you are like trying to work your bodies off the back, because you're not getting much. Crikey, I do feel like I'm not getting the stretch today. Okay, and just allowing ourselves, to have these soft knees, which I talk about. I know we've had people ask the questions before. There's locked out, hyperextended, so that they're down like this. But then there's soft knees, which are here. So if you stretch too far, they're just naturally going to come up, okay? So they're straight, but they've still got a little bit of give, which is what we want when we're setting forward. Okay, so then when we do actually just add a little bit of slide, okay, trying to make that chain nice and flat. Okay. And then just slow progression. Right out to the catch. Just continue to build the length. Just like that. Okay, and there we are. Now we're at full. Okay, you could go back and do it again. Okay, so the idea of doing the touching exercise off the back. I won't do a full rotation, but just enough to keep thinking about the hands. Just keep allowing the body to get into a more forward position. Okay, I'll say we don't need to be like stretched right out and over, but to exaggerate it a little bit. And then just building forward again. Just keeping used to moving the body into the position so that we can be at the catch, be comfortable, stretched, feel compressed. Yeah, okay, really good. And hopefully by now we're starting to just push a little bit more. Okay. Nice long arms. I always feel it's really easy to think about and focus on the long arms, especially when you've just started, because the arms are just hardly warmed up because there's not a lot we're going to use them for except to hang on. So you definitely feel the amount of pressure that our legs are producing from it. Let's start that. Okay, so let's just push on a little bit. Hit this 20, 22. Okay, just developing this long stroke. Feel a bit of the compression. Now, just allow that seat to come up underneath. Good. Nice, one long, smooth curve, smooth push, all the way through the stroke. Okay, last sort of 30 seconds. Just push it down. Okay, go down pretty close to the speed that we're going to start when we hit the first set. Just a couple more. One more. Okay, good. So that's it. Okay, simple as always. Doesn't take much. It's probably a little bit long. Oh, maybe. But just if you have to work that, man, my back is pretty tired. If you have to work the body just because you're trying to get it to warm up, then by all means, you know, dictate your own amount of warm up. I still to this day, after all my years rowing, there's never a time when I just go, right, I got to do a workout, jump on and start. Okay, you've always just got to do a little bit just to make sure that you're prepared. Okay, last thing you want to do is just jump on, start doing, and go, oh shit, oh man, maybe if I'd done a bit of a warm up, I would have felt that was actually a bit niggly, and I probably shouldn't have done it. You know, and that's one thing as well, is if you do have a little bit of niggles, you know, it might be knee or it might be elbows or whatever, back. If it's not feeling great, don't do it. Okay. I've seen too many people that we know we love doing our fitness and stuff, but too often we're not feeling the best. It'll be okay. I'm sure I'll be fine. And something goes wrong, and now 2 or 3 days of rest now turn into 2 or 3 weeks. You know, and it's not great for the body, whatever. And so you really just manage yourself. As Vic said on here, on the chat, you know, COVID vaccine, not feeling great, don't row. Okay, give it a few days. You know, and then if you want, you could jump on the machine and just do some light drills or something like that. But don't worry about the sessions. Okay, you can catch that stuff back up later. Okay, here we go. Let's rip into it. Okay, so you guys know the drill, as we always do. Select workout, new workout, intervals, time. We're doing 8-minute set time. Okay, and 1-minute rest time. Easy. There it is. Okay, good. So let's go. Let's press the tick button. Okay, hopefully everyone's ready. Have a quick drink. Do what needs to be done. We've got about 20 seconds. Don't want the machine to time out. Okay. Here we go. Right, here we go, team. Sitting nice and set. So 4 minutes at 20, 4 minutes at 22. Let's get into a nice rhythm. Let's push it along. Okay, sitting nice at the catch. Are you ready? Row. Just remember, just find this rhythm. Start to develop our length. I don't necessarily worry too much about the splits for this first little bit. We've got time today. Okay, it's not short pieces. So now we've got the rating. We're figuring our length. Okay, we're having a check, self-check. Okay, here we go. Now we've got this motion, the smoothness. Now let's just start thinking about our pressure. Starting to work our speed. Okay, good. So we'll be pretty close, if not on. Good 20 rate speed. Okay, you know what you can do. We should know what we can achieve. So let's make sure we're finding an efficient rhythm. It all starts around the finish. Smooth hands. Okay, nice. Just let them brush the body. And just, let's really feel the chain in our hands. Here. Okay? Feel it drawing us forward. Really keep an eye on the housing. Okay, we don't want the chain to drop too much, go too high. Just try and see if it goes one plane forward. Nice. Okay. So we're getting this motion around the turn. Let's start to think about our ankles and our feet. Okay. So let's take a moment. Let's feel the stretch in the ankles and the calves as we come forward. Okay, there. Good. Okay, and feel the pressure change on your feet. So feel it in the toes. Yes, you will get a bit of pull, but then it transfers to the feet, the balls of the feet. You get a little bit of flex. Heels come off. Okay, then we start pushing. Balls, all the foot, okay? All while we're hanging. Okay, good. Hold that hang. Okay, really good. Easy motion. Okay, keep that good pressure. Okay, good push. Good commitment on the stroke. Nice. Okay, good numbers. Right, so here we go. Ready to change up. Speed the hands up. Now, just that small movement of increasing the whole stroke. All the parts of the stroke can speed up, not just one part. All our movements just get that little bit quicker. So let's focus the change in direction now around the catch. We roll in and we hang away. Feel that compression we were working on before the weight change. Make sure there's not too much of a pause at the front. But there's also no additional body movement. Okay, so what we set here is how we push away out of the catch. Okay, so we come in, we set, we hold that as we push away. Nice. Okay, we've got a good movement speed. Long arms, remember that, under the armpits. Good. It's nice. Let's continuous. Really good. Feel this metronomic speed around the back, okay? Watch our handles come in. Watch them go out at the same speed. Just like that. So we're working, we're drawing, and then we're just letting it go. Easy speed. Free speed. Okay? Remember, try not to be tense at the catch. Loose. Yes, we do have to tighten the muscles and get that ability to hang off, which yes, the muscles will be working, but we want to have that element of smooth relaxation. So we don't want to grip everything tight. Everything's at its extended length. It's at its compressiveness. Okay, and we're up there, and then we're just pushing it back. Remember the flywheel, it's always moving. So we're never lifting 100% weight off the catch, because the gear is just picking the speed of the flywheel. Move with it. Okay, so keep feeling that. Feel that body open out. As we push the legs, the body drives with it. Good. Moving the hands. Keep that rhythm. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, really good first piece. Finish it well. Nice. Okay, so really good. Good start. Finding that the rhythm as we took off, getting onto our speed, keeping that rhythm and that flow. Okay. When we get to this 22, even into the 24, we're going to have a thought process today about sitting back through the stroke. Okay, so sitting back through the stroke means we're going to keep working on this hang from here. Okay, and as we're driving through, we initiate, we start driving the bodies, and it feels like we're literally sitting back into the seat at the finish. Okay, that's what we're going to start to think about as we go through. So we'll focus on it, we'll talk about it. Okay, starting this one, 4 minutes at 22. Here we go now. So basically where we left off, you know the speed you are hitting. So let's take the first 20 seconds, move these hands. That's it. Nice. Okay, there's our rhythm. Feel that push from the front. Good. Okay, nice. Here's our speed. Okay, so remember that our body weight is well over 50% our torso, okay, our upper body. So what we want to do is, as these legs are pushing, the body is getting driven with it. Okay, and so when I talk about the sit back, it's just a thinking of you're actually laying back in the couch, putting your legs up on the seat, up on a puff or an ottoman, okay? Because we don't want to get a push like this and make the swing happen the body is just opening out together. As the legs drive, as we hang, we sit back. Okay, and it's just a thought process. What it does is it allows the body to come through with the legs. And then we're basically finishing the legs, the body, and the arms pretty close together. Okay, so work the hang. Okay, let's think about this around the front. Keep the hands moving at the back. Feel us, cells come forward. Rolling up. Nice. Feel both feet. Remember, symmetrical. We think long arms, under each armpit, down each lat. Sitting nice and square, just think about it. Okay, have a look. Arms going past the knees. Okay, just hanging off either side of the handle together. Both feet push. Okay, if we feel like our legs do this a little bit, okay, maybe we need to drop our feet, because ultimately we'd love our arms to just come just above the top of the knees. Okay, like this, just brushing. If they're here, we're either carrying our handles too low, or our feet could potentially be a little bit high. So keep focusing on that plane. Want to have a nice angle from our arm down to our body through there, so that we can just hang off it. Good, okay. So we've got 2 minutes at 24 and then 2 minutes at 26. Here we go. Free it up. Now, around the back. That's it. Okay, now we're getting into this metronomic, almost 1-to-1 ratio. And then we've got to move the hands, nice and free. Feel the chain pulling us forward, drawing us forward. Remember the leg drive now. Shouldn't feel heavy. Should feel like there's a bit of speed, leg speed on the drive. Okay, good. Breathe into it. Stay loose. Stay relaxed. Okay. Really good. Excellent. There it is. Okay, good. Continuous motion. Elbow draw. As we sit back, if we keep thinking about a draw, we should resist the temptation to pull. Okay, generally when we pull, the wrists go up, elbows go down. A draw is holding that plane of the chain, drawing it through. Nice. Okay, good. Nice and easy with the turnaround. Okay, here we go. Up 2. Tap it along. Now. Okay, good. Remember, try and make this as easy as possible. Good. Hand speed. Remember, relax the face. Feel the flow. Feel the rhythm. Good. Moving free. Good. There's our momentum around the finish. With the hang. Okay, good push. Remember, both feet. Compress. Last minute at this. Good. Feel that breathing. Have a check. Find when you're breathing. Okay. Is it in sequence or is it slightly out of time? Don't worry about it. It's all individual. Okay. Staying loose. Out of the shoulders. Under the armpit. Here we go. Hang to the finish. Shake it out. Okay, good. Use the lats. Here we go. Good momentum. All the way. Okay, great. Really good. So remember, just, excuse me. Just keep moving. We don't want to stop. Okay, heart rate's going to start coming up a bit. Really good, halfway through. So, yep, you're probably like, crikey, rating's getting up a bit. Okay, but it's not going to go much higher than what we've done. Okay, the next set, basically the same. And the last one, we just add in a little bit more rate at 28. Okay, so the bulk of this next set, 2, 4, 2, 22, 24, 26. So that rhythm I'm going to find at 24, we're going to sit there for 4 minutes. So keep working this sit back, keep working the hang, relaxation. Here we go. Now, 22. Really just start off by leaving the arms out long, pushing the legs and the body away from the arms. The arms will come with us. Good. There it is. See how we're just hanging? With that hang, the body opens out off the legs. Okay, so the legs and the body start driving it back. That smooth motion right through. Hanging long arms. Really good. It's nice. Okay, and it's continuous. We're just moving the hands around with ease. Feel the resistance in the chain. Okay, let's feel it now. Okay, just let the hands go away. Release the tension. Okay, good. That's the machine doing our work. Okay, drawing us forward. It starts here with the handle. Get our bodies start moving forward. We pull ourselves a little bit with the feet, but it's in conjunction with this handle. Handle setting us back towards the catch. Okay, nice. So here we go. Next 4 minutes at 24. Let's free it up. Now. Okay, just find this extra rhythm with the hands, our body speed. Okay, feel that drive. Okay, we're on our rating here. So remember the drive will feel more accelerated. not heavier. Just push. Feel that body sitting back as we push against the footboard. Use the quads, use the glutes, pressure against the feet, hang long in the arms. Good. Get all those body points connecting together. Armpits, hips, feet, hands. Okay, good. Long arms. Start with the front again. Roll around the catch. Smooth. Good. We've got a nice rhythm around the turn at the back. Feel it. A metronome. Breathe into it. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, really feel this hang off the arms again. Armpits. Yes, hold the handle. Don't grip it too hard, but feel the weight in the fingers. The weight that our hands can hang through our armpits, our lats, down in the lower back, while our legs push and our body comes with it. Good, feel the sequence. Nice. Great work. So nice and loose in the face, and the shoulders, and the head. Good, holding this continuous motion. That's it. Good. Okay, keep these hands moving around the back. Flat draw. Let's check it. Take a look. What do your forearms look like? Are we drawing it? We don't want to be pulling. Just holding the weight. The body and the legs are created. Good. That's it. Excellent. That's it. That's smooth. Nice flow. Okay, so when we go up to this 26, really think about acceleration of the legs and the hands. Here we go. Up to. Now, leg speed gets quicker. Hands move a little bit free around the back. Good. Nice. Feel that. Nice push. Feel the compression. Seat coming underneath. Have a look. Just have a check. Feel the comfort. And the legs are going to compress to a point. They won't go any further. Okay, and we've got nice long leathery reach. Natural. Being drawn forward by the machine. By our momentum. Good. Good. Last 40 seconds. Hold this rhythm. Hold the push. Keep the commitment. Okay, drive the machine. Looking for the splits. All while relaxation. That's good. Feel good today. Okay, commit to it. Push and swing. Last one. Good. Okay. Really good. Great work. Okay. As I mentioned, we're right in these, starting to get up into the sort of medium rate category. And we've got to keep everything moving. Okay, and that's how, when we're doing this and we're committing, you'll find that the heart rate just slowly creeps up on you and you're like, oh, wow, okay. But you're kind of relaxed, but you're kind of working hard because you were looking at good numbers. You're thinking about pushing it quite well, speedily, with connection, all of the bits and pieces, okay? And we're getting some good bang for our buck. So raising every 2 minutes, starting 22, here we go. Now, so this is the last piece. So let's test ourselves, okay? Let's get on to this rate. Okay, there's our length. That's good. Just keep finding this flow. After about 30, 40 seconds, we want to be down on our numbers. Okay. I'm there now. I'm focusing the flow and the rhythm. We want to have a good change up through all of these rates. Okay. Find our average here. We want to try and get a couple of splits, if not 3, for each change. Okay, and it starts with relaxation with me. Okay, come with me. Let's hang off the front. Long arms. Let's set the platform of our hang now. Okay, let's feel it. Push away from the handles. Both feet together. Good. Holding the rhythm. Around the back. So we're going to keep this hang that we're doing now all the way through the ratings. Things just are going to move quicker. Good. Nice. So you know how to make the change. Here we go. Spread up. This one. Now. Feel that momentum. Feel the hands. Look at your speed change. Okay, we did an easy speed change. We gain more speed. Good. Now keep it free. Remember, finish in front of the body. Just brush the body. No point in hammering it into the chest. It's not adding any value. Probably only a detriment because of tension. In the front again, let's feel this change in direction. Around the catch. Seat. Hang. Change that speed around the front. Good. Nice. Work the drive. Relax the recovery. Let's feel it. Okay, good, with me. All the tension out on that recovery. That's it. Nice. Okay, here we go. Free it up to 26. Think about the acceleration. Sitting back through the stroke. Here we go. Now, hand speed. Nice. Okay, look, good speed change. Let's relax into it. Rhythm. Motion. That's it. Both feet. Hang long. No tension in the shoulders. All under the armpits. It's all in the lats. Good. Good motion. That's it. Continuous. Always moving. Always trying to be relaxed. Okay, take a second. Let's have a look at our breathing. Here we go. Okay, nice. However your breathing pattern looks, find the zone that works for you. Not too much stress. Relax in the face. Okay, keep this commitment. Here we go. Hold the speed. We've had good increase. We want one more. Doing it easy. Relaxing. Up 2. Now, feel that push. It's quicker. Hands down the back. Nice. Okay, good. Let's just move with it. Okay, team. Hands. Try and get rid of any tension on the recovery. Good. Nice. That's it. Breathe. Tension out of the face. Okay, last part. Long arms. Sit back. Legs drive the body. Good. Hang. Feel the speed created by our bodies. Around the catch with the hands. Last 30 seconds. Feel that extension. Relax into it. Good. Okay, good work. Well done, team. Hold this all the way. Nice. Beauty. Okay. Great work. Let's roll it off. Don't stop. Okay, that's a great little workout. I told you I love my 8-minute pieces. I find that you know, when we're doing training, we're doing intervals, like everything else, there's a time and a place to spend a certain amount of time at each rating. Okay, when we start getting up to medium intensities, we've got to balance how long we spend at each one. Okay, depending on the day, because ultimately, if you're doing programs designed around 5, 6K, even a little bit longer if you're trying to break your own personal records, that sort of stuff, I just just press the menu button, save that stuff into the memory. Okay, not worried about adding that little bit for our warm down. So ultimately, something like today just gives you a really good opportunity where you can find some rating and find the feeling, give it a good push without spending a huge amount of time there, okay? So you've got to be focused, you've got to make it easy, that rhythmical feeling, but ultimately we're not spending 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, 10 minutes at a high rate, you know, at sort of 24, maybe 26. So it just gives us the ability to have what I like to call like a quite free and punchy stroke. You know, we can actually give the speed a bit of a push, okay? Because it's only 8 minutes long. So for that last one, as I said at the start, let's get our speed and let's try and gain 2 or 3 splits every time. Okay, and we're only doing 8 minutes, so it's like, yep, all right, there's 6 minutes, right, let's punch this one. And we look for that speed. We actually give it a really good intent and a good purpose. Because a lot of times we sit there and we sit there for long periods of time, but we don't necessarily have a really good commitment to our stroke. Because at the end of that, you know, I'm down on 28. I'm definitely not on a speed at 28 that I could sustain for 10 minutes or more. Okay, I was going a little bit quicker than that. But that's the idea. It's just having a really good feel for the speed at each of those rates, the leg speed, the acceleration, okay? And just having a nice push, just so that we can commit to it ourselves, because it's only 8 minutes long. And we can just really have that great engagement with trying a little bit more, trying to beat ourselves. Okay, and that's the thing with the machine, is that we should know sort of what numbers we can hold when we do certain rates. And shorter workouts, we should be like, okay, I hold 2-minute 15s for my 20 or my 22s, whatever you might be, and go, man, maybe I could do 2 12s because I've only got to do it for 4 minutes. Okay, so you have a bit of commitment to it. You try and just work yourself that little bit harder. Okay, and it's not a huge workout. It's not overly stressful, but it's just giving ourselves a bit more engagement and a bit more commitment for the workout itself. You know, and by now, heart rates are low. We've come back down off it. Okay, I'm sweating. I feel good. Okay, and it's been a really positive workout. And that's what we've got to look at. So great work, good technical stuff in there. Okay, I will mention it now because just to clarify, if anyone's going to ask, when I talk about sitting back through the stroke, okay, I talk about sitting back through the stroke. When we're making the stroke happen, we get to the catch, okay, and yes, the legs want to be the first initiation. The body's connected, it comes through with us, but what happens is everything just comes back here, and I feel like I'm sitting back in the stroke, like this, okay? And rather than doing the basics, which we all tend to talk about, and it is fine. This is just the thinking. It's just the change in your thought process. You know, rather than thinking legs, I've got to swing the body through here. So it's like legs and swing, because what happens sometimes is we push our legs and then we sort of start to swing. And what can happen a little bit, there's a couple of reasons why I talk about the sit back. Reason is, as we do, we try and swing. And so what happens sometimes is the shoulders can sort of lift as we try and swing, because we're like, oh, I need to swing the body back. So we've got to think about that initiation on the legs. We've got to think about that body coming through. But once we're about here in the stroke, the body's already starting to sit back and the legs are still driving. So by the time we get to the finish, the legs, the body's pretty much, the legs finish just before the body finishes and those arms draw. And that's why I talk about if we're ever pulling with our hands, we're doing nothing except tire ourselves out, okay? Because we're just hanging off these as much as possible. So that sit back feeling, you know, I say sit back because it should be just this feeling that we've gone from a position here, okay? Think about it, position A, position B, okay? And how do we get from position A to position B? We can think about the push, think about a swing, but why not combine it as a sit back? Okay, and that's why I think I talk about that, like sit back. So it sort of feels like everything's just sitting back into that finished position. So we come through, okay, and it's good to think about it like that, but at the same time, which you always hear me talk about, we don't want to sit back, yeah, that was a good one, oh, we better race forward, and oh, yeah, that was cool. Okay, we sit back, but then we still allow this to happen around the back. Okay, so just to clarify, because I know sometimes I say things on here and people are like, what do you mean by this? So I try and make it as clear as possible. I do, a lot of coaching is around generally a communication style to be able to, like, obviously get across a message. And the messages that I'm trying to get across are about relaxation, are about rhythm, about movement, easy speed, allowing you to do the work in whatever style that you're doing. Okay, there's a sequence to the rowing stroke, but everybody does it slightly different. Okay, so you can't harp on at people that can't get the flexibility, that can't get the hip flexion at the front and say, look, you know, you just can't, you're not getting across foot far enough. You can give people the tools and say, look, drop your feet, try this. These exercises might help bring your body forward a little bit more. But then at the same time, everybody's different at the finish. A lot of people are really strong in the core and they can sit up nice and straight. Other people aren't. Other people have got a bit more curvature to their spine, so they sit a little bit more curved at the back. Okay, so everybody's got this, and that's why when I talk about the stroke, it's about you sitting here, looking at me, all of you individuals, having a different stroke, but I'm trying to find that, hey, think about this while you're doing your stroke, because ultimately this is the right sequence to be able to work everything. And then just think about that relaxation. Think about your recovery. Think about you conserving and letting the machine do the work as best as you can to allow you to get through, okay? And that's why when I say things like, you know, round the front, people are like, what do you mean by round the front? And we talked about that last week, you know, that coming in and that change in direction, feeling like it's in a round motion, not an in and out, you know, that type of stuff. And same with the sit back. It's just sitting back as you push and you sort of feel like you go from here to there. And through that, how do you think about it? Do you just think legs and swing? You know, or is it better to think about something else? Okay, and you think about sitting back, and then all of a sudden, now you've got that sequence really sweet, and you're timing the legs with the body. Okay, so that's my 2 cents worth right there. Choice. Any questions, guys? Throw them in there, and we'll answer them quickly. I know you guys got to go. We've been here for an hour, which is great. Yet we've only done about half an hour work. So let's rip into it. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, all the thanks. Ronnie, hands back to the catch. Is it a straight line back or is it more of a subtle curve? Okay, Ronnie. This is a little bit for you. I prefer. So when the thing with the chain is that you let it go. Okay, don't do that on your machine. You'll break it. I can get spare parts easy enough. See how fast that wants to go. Okay, but when you look at it, that's the perfect level that it wants to go back in on. Okay, if it's up here, it's too high. If it's down there, it's down low. Okay, so that's right across the top of the gear. Now, the only thing I talk about with the chain height for everyone is that if you think about it being straight, it gets your body, doesn't matter how you're doing it, gets your body in a good position, your hands in a good position, because ultimately when we get to the catch, we sort of want this, we want that the angle of the arms down the body to be quite open, okay, like this. So it's probably a bit over 90 degrees. Okay, now if we come into the catch and our hands are down here, okay, what happens is the first movement. So if I tried to drive the chain from here, what's it going to hit on the way through? Okay, it would have to do this, or I have to do this, or I have to go, oh, like somehow I've got to get the chain up to here to be able to draw straight through to the body. So we want it to basically be as smooth as we can. Now you'll see a lot of people, especially rowing people, because they're using this machine to help them on the water, and on the water you drop it down here and you hold it forward, and then there's a small movement at the catch to let the blade go into the water, so you come up. There's a little bit of an upward motion as we drop our blades back into the water, so we do that. So they make that little round motion like they would in a boat. If you are a rower and you want to continue that, that's really good, okay? Small movement here, but always remembering, because this was designed by rowers, but it is still a machine. If we do go down with the handle here, all it does is it changes the heights of this, or it can tend to draw the shoulders down. Whereas we're trying to just have this nice flat movement all the way back to the catch, just like that, okay? And so we don't have to actually drop our hands like this to get to the catch and then do this. So it's really just around, if you want to make a small motion down, that's fine, okay? But just understand that if your hands are coming from this position here, how do they get up to here to take the drive? If they're down here, something has to make that happen. That, okay? And if you watch me now, the only way for me to do it is to either individually think of the arms going up, or what happens is that starts to happen. That starts to develop, okay? And that's why we try and think about it just being straight, flat, okay? And this is around the finish motion. If you want to just have a tiny little bit, which sort of frees up the arms a little bit, and that's why I talk about round the front, and even a little bit with the round the catch, just thinking about it, just a tiny motion, okay? So I hope that answers your question. Ronnie, yeah, done, cool. Thanks, team. Sonia, thanks, Eric. Can you explain the correct hand position when you bring the handle to your chest, please? I've got a bad habit of having a loose grip and bending my wrists into my chest. Sammy. Okay. It just literally wants to come past. The thing with it, same thing again, we're all different heights, that type of thing. Okay, but ultimately, if you sit here on your machine, okay, and you actually just squeeze your shoulder blades together, shut your eyes, squeeze your shoulder blades together, that sort of happens there, okay? And that's quite flat. Now, you might get a little bit of this, okay, and ultimately, if we're winging it a little bit too much, you know, or if we draw too high, we start to go down. Okay, so we're just trying to draw it into the body, just with flat wrists, elbows past. You know, you can just sit on the back here and do this, and just feel that it's flat, okay? And some people might be a little bit lower. Some people are down here, just above the belly, between the belly button and the sternum, okay? And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that position there either. We just don't want to get into a position where we're starting to, because a lot of people get sore wrists if they're doing this, and we're coming through and it's like that, okay? So it's just thinking 90 degrees, draw it past. Where does that finish? Underneath the chests, ladies, men, right here, bottom of the sternum. And it is something to work on, because what the other problem is, and why it happens a little bit that I see, is that depending on how you've taken the catch, if you've used the body too early, then it tends to be more of a pull rather than a draw. You know, sometimes the head can come and finish over a little bit more. And same thing as if we're lifting too much here, see the chain starts to go up, which is what I was just talking about with Ronnie's question, and then you're like, it's either got to drop down or, you know, it just becomes awkward. So the chain path, the drawing is sort of quite connected to one another. Okay, so just keep working on that, and it does take a long time. People do have different things. The flatter it is, and you might find as well that you might want to row with old little pinky here, right out on the end of the oar. The handle, because I think sometimes people row a little bit too close into here, and it closes this up and it causes that a little bit too much. Okay, ideally like a nice shoulder width apart, okay, wherever that might be. And if it's shoulder width apart, you can come straight through like this. Okay, and it's really simple. So I hope that answers, Sammy. Cool. Joe, hi from Wales. Catch up with us on Friday. Notice going up to 32 from last week's session, much easier than we had going up to 36. Absolutely. Okay, thanks, team. If there's no other questions, I hope I've answered everyone's well enough for you guys. Awesome work. Thanks for joining us again. We're back at the ladder time next week. Ladder time next week. So it should be enjoyable. Really looking forward to it. Love doing these sessions. Really great because I know people love being here. It's a great community. Love being on the rowing machine. Okay, first and foremost. So well done, everyone. Stay safe. Social distance. Wear a mask. Hope all the vaccine rollouts are going well around the world. Still going to take some time. So we've got plenty of time on the machine to get better and better. Okay, and it's great for mental health. I love doing these ones. I go inside. I watch the last day of the PGA Tour. It's always fun. Love my golf. Okay. All the best. Okay. So thanks again, everyone. Keep the feedback coming in on the old likes. I don't know whether that bugs you out or not. If that bugs you out, I'll get rid of it. I literally can just pop it off the wall. So yeah, just a little bit of feedback. If it, I'm trying to look at it in my thing as well, and whether it gets in the way of me while you're rowing. Okay. Otherwise, all the best, guys. Finish your weekend off well. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Okay.